Just making it here to the job of the day. The guys are just getting all the equipment ready to go. The chip truck's all ready. This morning we're starting off with this one pine tree here, completely uprooted. Luckily didn't land on anything. Hit the neighbor's fence a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Luckily he just has plastic mesh on there. Should be able to just cut that one branch, grab it and toss it on this side. We're also going to be stump grinding this root ball here, making sure we leave it flat so there isn't a huge hole. But this is a huge tree. It's basically 2 trees in one. Even the second section here is pretty big. Customer says he's been here for 24 years and this tree has always been here. Got this all knocked out and hopefully get this root ball flanned out. We have a bunch of stumps that we have to grind down. We actually took, I want to say, about 11 trees last time we were here. We have 3 there, we have that one there, 1 there, and then a bunch on that side there that we have to stump grind. That isn't a huge deal. We got to flatten out all the stump grinds where they are, make sure that looks all clean. We have our stump grinder already unloaded, the mini's already unloaded. Freddy's getting all ready to go, chip truck's all ready, we're all set. We're gonna start knocking out this tree. All right, so I knocked out the majority of the branches. The guys are already raking up all the smaller stuff, so I can pass by with the mini and knock it out. I got all the logs stacked up, got that all ready to go. Freddie's bringing the stump grinder right now. He's gonna start knocking out all the stumps while we take the time and clean up this area, leave it nice and clean, and then I'll start picking up the logs last. Freddie's gonna take a bit of time to get a new tooth on there, tie in all the rest, making sure they're all tight, and then he's gonna start knocking out this stump here. All right, let me catch everyone up on what's going on. So I parked the chip truck here on the road. We're all set with it. We finished chipping up everything we needed. The guys are still putting a little bit of brush back there, but we can't chip that. Freddie's still working on the stumps. While he was knocking out these first couple stumps here, I was able to load up the truck, got all the logs loaded up into it. We're all ready to go. We already cleaned up the majority of the branches on the ground, cleaned up the grass, left that nicely cleaned up. We were actually able to knock this out pretty quick. That's why I didn't even film getting the logs loaded up. I knocked that out no problem. Freddie's almost done with the stumps. Once we finish this job and leave it nicely cleaned up, we should still have enough time to head over to another house. We actually have another small tree that's dropped, kind of like this pine tree here. We just have to go pick that up, get it all chipped up, clean up the grass, leave that all nicely cleaned up, and then we're gonna head back to the shop, call it a day. Got the mini and the stump grinder all loaded up. Danny's tossing a couple straps on there. The guys already finished up back there. We're just passing the blower, making sure that area is completely cleaned up. I already passed the blower on the driveway. We cleaned that up. Now I'm gonna go speak with the customer, make sure everything's okay. He already came out a couple times and said everything was looking good, so let me double check with him, and then we're gonna head over to our next job. Back behind this shed, we actually had a pretty big stump. We got it all knocked out. The guys flanned it out, left it the best they can. Had a bunch of stumps here that were all knocked out. We cleaned up all the grass, left that all nicely cleaned up. You could see even the stump grinder started marking up the grass, so luckily we knocked this out pretty quick before it got completely wet. Over here on this area, these were the stumps that you saw Freddie knock out. He got this one done. He got that one done, and the one right next to it done. We cleaned up the grass, we flanned them out the best we can, left that all nicely cleaned up. Then the main job, which was this huge stump, we cleaned up all the grass, all the branches, all the logs, left that all nicely cleaned up. We flanned out this stump the best we can. Luckily now there isn't just a huge gaping hole in the ground. That's good. We also knocked out a small tree for the customer, got that quickly knocked out, and we knocked out that one pine tree that was on that neighbor's side as well. Got that all knocked out. Honestly surprised we knocked it out pretty quick, so we have a little bit of time so we could go knock out that one small tree that we have left. All right, just getting everything unloaded. We're not gonna need the stump grinder nor the shovel. You can kind of see Danny already on his way down there. It's not super big. We're trying to do maybe 3 or 4 cuts and bring everything over to where the chipper is over here. Shouldn't take too long, and then from here we're actually gonna head back to the shop and call it a day. I think I'm gonna hop on the mini just to try to not mess up this grass too much. Danny isn't doing a bad job. He actually has the right idea. Just don't spin too hard on the grass and rip it all up. This is the ash tree here. He's gonna drop that final stump there, and then we just have to clean up. so we're all ready to go. We're about to head back to the shop. So we got all the grass cleaned up nicely. We cleaned up the road there where the guys were chipping everything up. Picked up all the logs. I loaded them up into the truck. I picked up all the branches. Freddie just stole out the International. But we're all ready to go. We're all done for the day. Wasn't a super long day, but we got a good amount of work done. I want to thank anybody who took their time out of the day to watch the video. Any questions, any comments, any tips for me, leave them down below. Catch you guys next time.